Let's start the Sunday six with America's game of the week, late window on Sunday. Packers at Vikings. And honestly, with two Christmas games, three Saturday games, this was the big game on Sunday. And in the end, didn't look like it at first, but in the end, it delivered the goods. Vikings raced out to a big lead. They got comfortable, and then they watched as the Packers stage a furious rally in the final 10 minutes of the game. They turned a lopsided one into a nail biter. Vikings ultimately pull away with a 2-point win. Quick, anybody, everybody, did I just describe Sunday, week 17? Or did I just describe week 4 back at Lambeau Field when the exact same game played out between these two teams? All the way back then, it was 31-29. On Sunday, it's 27-25 in favor of Minnesota. But very rarely are you going to see the almost exact same script play out between two teams in the same season. Although I want to highlight one thing, because if there's one key difference, it was the way the Vikings iced this game. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was poetic. Thought it was football at its finest, because it was less dramatic in week 4. Back then, all Minnesota had to do was recover an onside kick and the game was over. Green Bay scored with less than a minute to play. You just recover an onside kick and you get out of there. But on Sunday, Green Bay scored with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to play. So all of their timeouts available, plus the 2-minute warning. Minnesota had to earn this win. If you call 3 runs into the line of scrimmage and punt, you are going to lose to Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love and the Packers. Minnesota had to earn it, and they did in the most ballsy way possible, in my opinion. Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Vikings, serious contender for NFL Coach of the Year. And these are the types of reasons why. You start the final drive of this game out with a pass in the flat to CJ Ham. Sure, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison play on this team, TJ Hawkinson, but no, we're going to target the fullback for 13 yards and a first down. That gets us to the 2-minute warning. From there, sure, you call a run. You force the Packers to burn their timeout. It gets stuffed. You're facing second and long. Again, Green Bay with 2 timeouts. If you don't play this somewhat aggressively, you're probably going to regret it. From there, we get Sam Darnold on the run, firing a laser, a high difficulty throw into Jordan Jefferson, high velocity, not a lot of separation between Jefferson and his coverage. He picks it up, 9-yard gain. And as if Justin Jefferson wasn't already the best receiver in football, he's also smart enough to get down inbounds, forces the Packers to burn another timeout on a catch that was a hell of a lot harder than it looked. Justin Jefferson, stud in this game, one of the best catches of the year, unfortunately called back by a flag. So there you get to 3rd and 2. Packers with the timeout, game on the line. You can try to run it right up the gut, see what happens, force them to burn a timeout. If they stuff you, you're sweating out one more possession with Jordan Love having the ball. But no, Kevin O'Connell, misdirection one more time. Almost the same play as the one to CJ Ham, except this time it's Cam Akers leaking into the flat. And let's unpack that for a minute. Cam Akers, the backup running back. All the focus is on Aaron Jones going against his old team. Cam Akers, a role player in this offense, but Kevin O'Connell likes him enough that the Vikings have traded for him twice. They did it a year or two ago, and they did it this season. They like the role that he plays well enough to trade for him twice. They target him with the game on the line. They're trying to stay alive to play for the number 1 seed in the NFC. And Akers redeems that faith with a diving catch. Again, a much harder catch than maybe it looks on a stat sheet. Catches it for a 6-yard gain on 3rd and 2. The Vikings get so aggressive with it. They throw 3 out of 4 times. They kneel out the clock. That is your ball game. It's such a microcosm of everything I love about this Vikings team. Aggressive coaches who are willing to make aggressive calls because they trust their players to deliver. And way more often than not, the players hold up their end of the bargain. Sam Darnold is a perfect example of that. Not a perfect day on his part, but he leads the Vikings to 27 points on the day, a couple of missed field goals. Maybe they would have had more. And with that last completion to Akers, he finishes with a season high 377 passing yards to go along with 3 touchdowns. So the guy who signed on for $10 million as an insurance policy is sitting on 4,000 passing yards for the season, 4,100 to be specific, and 35 touchdowns. He's got the Minnesota Vikings at 14-2. He was your Tom Brady LFG player of the game.
Hey guys, today my LFG player of the game, a career day for him and an awesome win, Sam Darnold. Hey, tell me, you guys have been in so many one-score games, right, this season, and I know Coach O'Connell's been in a lot of those. How do you guys have so much confidence that you're going to come through in these one-score games?
First off, Tom, this thing's pretty heavy. This is legit. No, but, you know, we have all the confidence in the world in ourselves. First and foremost, just playing as a team, our defense doing their thing, special teams doing their thing. And as an offense, man, we try to execute to the best of our ability. I felt like we did that at times today. Obviously, there's a ton of ways we can get better. But, yeah, I just feel like we're just going to continue to grind and get better every single week, every single day, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, speaking of a guy that you grind with every single week, describe the feeling of having Justin Jefferson out there and some of those catches that he makes routinely on a weekly basis.
Yeah, he's a pretty good player, man. Playing with that guy's really fun. Obviously, we got J.A., Jordan Addison as well. Speedy, Jalen Naylor made some really good catches. T.J. Hawkinson. I can go on and on about the guys that we have. But, yeah, Jets is an amazing player, and I'm very fortunate to have him as a teammate.
Yeah, you sure are. It's tremendous. You guys have great chemistry. Tell me, last thing, do you still feel like you guys, and I know KOC was like, yeah, we're like the little brother, no one pays attention to us. After this win today, going into what you're dealing with next week against the Lions, do you still feel like you guys are under the radar?
No, we're just going to continue to take it one game at a time, Tom. You know how we do. So, you know, that's our mindset. That's been our mindset the entire year. Really, you know, throwing it back to April, man. That was our mindset then. You know, why change now?
Yeah, spoken so well. You provided great leadership, Sam. It's been a pleasure to cover you today. Love seeing everything that you did out there. Congratulations, and I can't wait to watch next week.
Appreciate it, Tom. Hey, what's LFG stand for?
It's Let's Bleep Go.
Oh, okay. I love it. I love it. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Great job.
Every game that I broadcast, I award the LFG player of the game to that one player who makes me say, let's go.
With all due respect to a very fun fourth quarter in Minneapolis, what really matters here is what comes next. The Vikings survived the Packers, and now we all know what that means for Week 18. A showdown of all showdowns. All of a sudden, the Lions haven't played yet. They still go out to Santa Clara to face the 49ers on Monday night. All of a sudden, it doesn't really matter because the Vikings getting this win means that the winner of Week 18, Vikings at Lions, wins the NFC North, and doesn't just win the NFC North, they get the number 1 seed. I don't want to date this by trying to predict anything too soon, but the schedule makers are going to have some choices to make. 2 teams with 13-plus wins, NFC North on the line, number 1 seed on the line. Whoever loses between Vikings and Lions next week will be a wild card. You start your playoffs on the road rather than getting home field advantage and a week off. The stakes are so high. Cannot wait for that one. It's a theme for Week 17 that, as entertaining as it might have been, it just sets the stage for even better action to come in the season finale.